I just must say, the path of my life and what I've been through, all of my experiences, the path that I went down, the paths that I chose, I don't regret a thing because it all brought me to who I am today. You know what I'm saying? It brought me to be who I am. It taught me a lot, and everything was divinely orchestrated how it was supposed to be. For example, one of the most impactful experiences that I endured and that I went through and that I chose was being in the Hebrew Israelite movement. From the time when I was, 18, 19, all the way until I was about 26, 25, 26, yeah. And that right there, it basically helped to lay a foundation of spirituality for me. And I say that because, don't get me wrong, growing up, like as a little girl, my grandma always taught me about God, you know what I'm saying, in Jesus. So I've always been a believer, and I was always so curious to learn. I love to learn. Even to this day, I do. I love to learn. I like intellect. That's what stimulates my mind. That's what I crave. You know what I'm saying? I like knowledge. I like wisdom. I like to know why and, things like that. But anyway, so that basically laid the foundation for me and helped me to start learning. You know what I'm saying? Learning scripture, learning, okay, what does this mean for real? Like outside of church, like on a level that I've never experienced before, since, before then. And I say that to say that is when I would say I've actually had my first passion being in that movement, because I thirsted for the knowledge so much. Hearing the brothers break down scripture in the way that they did, I had never heard it broken down like that in church. So it was just like, wait, what? The Bible say what? You know what I'm saying? Children of Israel, wait, who is that? You know what I'm saying? So it was just given to me in a way that was like a big tower moment. You know what I'm saying? It was like, whoa, what is it? You know what I'm saying? Who are we? You know what I'm saying? We're divine, royal priesthood. You know what I'm saying? What? You know what I'm saying? It was just like a boom, you know what I'm saying? A big shift, and it changed my life. You know what I'm saying? It made me see everything differently. It made me say, forget about this school learning, baby. I want to learn more of these scriptures. You know what I'm saying? It literally transitioned my whole life, and I was willing to change everything. My diet, my relationship, status or genre, like everything. Like I was willing to change everything because I was such a believer in the things I had heard, the things I was reading. You know what I'm saying? I was so convicted in my spirit, like, yo, this is truth. You know what I'm saying? And it just resonated with me, and I wanted to know more. I hungered for more. And so I followed that path. You know what I'm saying? I took in the knowledge. I studied. I learned from some of the best teachers, I would say, Hebrew Israelite brothers, who to me back then especially, they were sharp shooters. Even though they weren't perfect, none of us are. Shoot, I wasn't perfect neither, and I'm still not. You know what I'm saying? But it was so beautiful, I would say, overall, despite the bad experiences I may have had throughout it all. But it all built me. You know what I'm saying? It all taught me, and I learned a lot. I stumbled a lot, I fell a lot, but I got back up and I kept going. You know what I'm saying? Nothing stopped me in that movement and out of that movement. It literally helped me to build my character. And right now, my character is still building. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a beautiful experience when you get to be at that place of your ship's coming in. You know what I'm saying? Everything that you've been desiring is finally at your door. It's coming back to back. It's like, it's your time. It's harvest season for you. You know what I'm saying? And you just sit back, you just look back like, yo, I've been wanting this for so long. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, family life, love life, money, wisdom, like I said, knowledge, understanding, just a peace overall, an inner peace that nothing in this world can give you. That joy, that happiness, that contentment, that growth, that wisdom, that place where you just be like, yo, I am so thankful and grateful to God, the universe, whoever you want to say, however you want to say it. I'm so grateful and thankful to everybody and everything. Like, you just be like, yo, you just be so beautiful. Like, to where you be thankful for everything you've been through, everything, the good, the bad, the ugly, and you look at where you've been versus where you are now. You just be like, yo, pat yourself on the back, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight up. And also thank those that have helped you along the way, you know what I'm saying? And who have been there for you and who the divine has used to help you. You know what I'm saying? It's just beautiful. And also who you also have helped. You know what I'm saying? Whether you know it or not. Like, it's just so much, man. And you just gotta be in you gotta be in that energy of gratitude, sincere gratitude. And when you are in that, you attract so much to you. But the journey is so not easy. You know what I'm saying? You go through so much, because you have to learn yourself. You have to learn how to truly love yourself. And I know this may sound redundant because it's a trend now. Everybody's talking about self-love and self-care and healing and all these things, which I'm here for it, baby. That's great. That's a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's so real. Like, it's easier said than done. But when you actually experience it and you understand it and you learn from it and you grow from it, you just be like, bro, this is where the power is. You know what I'm saying? When you begin to learn, I create my own reality. Everything that's in my life right now and around me, I did that. I created that. I'm a part of making this be for me in my life. And then you have the power to change it. You have the power to transform it. You have the power to transform yourself. I don't care what situation you may be in or what addictions you may have or anything like that. It's not for you to beat yourself up about. It's for you to acknowledge, first of all, take accountability and make the necessary steps to change it. They already say, if you do the same thing over and over and over and over and expect different results, what do they call it? Insanity. So you gotta do things differently. You have to if you want to see change. But when you take those steps to actually do something different, make new habits and be about it and make the change, baby. And when you internalize it all, you be like, yo, you're gonna see the results hit different. You're gonna see the fruit that's born from that. And it's gonna be like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot. But all that being said, don't let no storms that you may be enduring in your life make you give up. Don't give up. Don't give up on you. You know what I'm saying? And know that you are not alone. You're not alone. You're never alone. You have to learn how to open up your third eye or your spiritual eye. You have to learn to listen to when the universe is trying to communicate with you. They may try to talk to you through another person. You might hear someone on the TV. You might see a sign, a word somewhere, an advertisement, music lyrics hitting you different. Like, the signs come through so many different ways. So many synchronicities where the universe is trying to talk to you. You got to pay attention. And when you start paying attention and listening, watch how more start coming to you. You start tapping in and getting it. You become like Neo on the Matrix. Like, straight up. And you see how, even in the very first Matrix, you see how he had to wake up. He had to learn that this mundane, 3D, earthly life that we live in is day-to-day, 9 to 5, this, that, and third. That's the Matrix. You know what I'm saying? So this 3D, this everyday thing is the Matrix. He had to wake up. He had to see this is more than this. He had to follow the white rabbit to you see what I'm saying? He had to follow them signs and synchronicities that start hitting his spirit and he start resonating like, okay, hold on, you gotta move where the universe telling you to move. You gotta follow your spirit, your soul, your inner child, your higher self that's always trying to communicate with you, that you keep being ignoring because you want to be stubborn sometimes. You gotta listen to that. You know what I'm saying? And when you do, yeah, I'm just so in love with the journey. Like, I swear. I really am, and I'm just so thankful because had I not went through all them head bumps and trips and falls and everything and slanging and fighting and all this, had I not went through any of what I've been through in my life, I would not be here right now. So I'm just thankful. You gotta be thankful. You gotta enjoy the journey. Sometimes you gotta go into hermit mode and close yourself off from people and sit down with yourself and get yourself together. And that's okay. You know what I'm saying, baby? Do what you gotta do for you. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, God, I could go on and on. But I don't know, I just wanted to speak on it. You know what I'm saying? But I hope this has blessed or inspired you in some way to keep going, fam. Blessings.